Hello everyone, Deviacon here. As promised, I have here my custom Dark of the Moon Soundwave. And again, this is one for just my personal collection. He does have quite a few accessories here. I guess the first thing to show you. Now all the custom work to him was, again, pretty much just a paint job. He had pretty much no mod work done. Not to the figure itself anyway. So anyway, one of his little accessories here kind of showed you this once before. I have here Laserbeak, little minifigure Laserbeak made from a deluxe. You can see this is the same one that I had shown off before earlier. The only little change now is I added these little turret guns on his chest that are on ball joints. So yeah. I've already gone over everything with Laserbeak here, but and so now he fits much better with Soundwave. I guess it looks kind of ridiculous on the car. But anyway, another thing to show you in car mode while I can, another one of his little accessories, made a little Tentacle Weapon that fits to a MechTech port, 5mm port. Of course it's not going to fit into his vehicle mode. You suck. Well, I guess I'll just have to show this off in robot mode. Unless I can get it in there. No, it is just not cooperating. I guess, whatever. Anyway. His little tentacle claw things. His little tentacle weapon. People have made so many jokes about him with the tentacles and the satellite and Revenge of the Fallen, and then in Dark of the Moon when Carly's in the car and he busts those out. I'm like, oh god, they're really not going where I think they're going, are they? Yeah. Anyway, get the transformation here. And he is very tricky transformation. Really wish they would have officially released this for America. Really anywhere besides Japan. Oh, come on. Because Soundwave is pretty much one of my favorite characters, if not my all-time favorite character. So, and I know that, that his alt mode kind of made more sense in Revenge of the Fallen where he was a satellite. But at the same time, I kind of like that he can, actually, like, he was like a Cybertronian satellite, so it's like, whatever. But, these are around here. I just messed with him trying to get the transformation down. I guarantee I'm going to take forever to do this. His legs out. He has, with the camera a little. Apparently, yeah, whatever. I'll get it there eventually. The funny thing about, a bunch of other people have done reviews for Dark of the Moon Soundwave here too, and the very odd thing is that his packaging from, I don't know if it's supposed to be from Takara Tomy, but his packaging is in English. Unlike, all the Takara Tomy stuff where it's like all Japanese and they get a little card, it's like he had the legit Hasbro packaging and everything. Oh man. go. And he is very small, even for a deluxe class. Even for a Dark of the Moon deluxe class, he's very small. But I kind of feel like it's made up for with the weapons. And I say weapons because I made many more weapons for him. His original MechTech gun was really cool too. That was another main reason to get him, is just because his main MechTech weapon was awesome. Kind of pop these out. I have trouble with these sometimes. After painting them, they kind of... After painting all the pieces, some of these just kind of stick, so I might as well take out his MechTech weapon since he's pretty much transformed here. No, that did not clip into place. Where is it? Oh my god, there it is. So, get things all aligned and balanced and posed and acceptable. There we go. I think it's good if I'll stand up. I'm not going to stand up. There we go. So anyway, you go to his gun here. His satellite gun. This is probably the coolest MechTech weapon they ever made, because it you know, nice big cannon for Soundwave. And then, and again, I take all the springs out of the MechTech weapons just to make them, you know, more fun to play with. And it turns into a satellite. I just love this. This is my favorite MechTech weapon of all of them. And I kind of like to sport this on his shoulder here, just because, not so much for the gun mode. I mean, it's kind of reminiscent of his original little missile launcher cannon thing that he's got. But I really like it on his shoulder because then it turns into, you know, the dish, and then it's much more intercepting-y look to it. But there's a one gun. Have here another gun form that I made. This was a scratch-built gun. It was built from, there's some pieces taken from Dark of the Moon Bumblebee's MechTech weapon, and a bunch of parts from Revenge of the Fallen Soundwave. As you can see, there's his chest, and a bunch of those little bass wave kind of things. And, you know, just kind of made this almost like sound gun. It's very, very stout, I guess. You know, it's not, definitely wouldn't call it small, but it definitely looks like something to put off a much more of a bigger, like, outward explosion, I guess, of sound waves or something like that. But oh yeah, and getting these little tabs out, since they stick, I just kind of take pour it in there, push it in, pop them out. And again, just because they stick because of painting. God, and this one doesn't even want to come out. Never mind then. And so yeah, originally these were, you know, his little base emitters were, I think, just straight black or a weird blue color. I really liked the concept picture where, you know, he had electrical waves coming from them, and it had like a blue outline. And I just really love the colors that I chose, where it's, you know, dark gloss black and this nice blue that accents it. And, you know, I did the gloss black instead of gunmetal for his robotic parts, and then just went over them with silver instead of the steel, and it just changed his overall look that much, and I just really like it. So anyway, let me, I love to do is I like to put Laserbeak on his left shoulder. Yeah, his left shoulder here. I'm definitely going to have to adjust the camera so you can see everything, but oh my god, Laserbeak, you're making problems. Stupid chicken. Laserbeak on his left shoulder here. Go. I like to put this, if I'm doing Laserbeak on one shoulder, I like to put this one on his other shoulder. It's not quite as reminiscent as the original, like missile pod kind of thing he had. And then I like putting the other gun right in there in his hand, just because it makes it, as cool as this gun is, it does make it seem much more like a heavy ordnance kind of thing, opposed to an actual, like, sidearm. And even though this gun is a lot bigger, it has more of a sidearm look to it. So that's why I kind of like him main-handing that. So let me go back, the camera up, scoot him back, get this all in frame if I can. And then, to be totally ridiculous, I take his little tentacle weapon here, and, you can stuff it in here, because those little parts of his legs are 5mm ports too. So then he's got his... Yeah. Come on. And there is the heavily armed, almost ridiculous Dark of the Moon Soundwave. And again, this is one that's in my personal collection. So unfortunately you will not see this for sale. Probably never, because Soundwave is, like I said, one of my favorite characters of all time. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Check out my other stuff, and I will see you all later.